Welcome back for another video. In today's video we'll be looking at the top 100 greatest ever FPL managers, including their team selections, player ownership, transfer plans and more. Gameweek 18 was one of the toughest game weeks of the season, with just 4 fixtures that went ahead, so it's going to be particularly interesting to see how the Elite 100 managers were able to navigate it. If you want to keep up with what the greatest ever FPL managers are doing this season, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy the video. With the many millions of FPL managers, just barely 100 meet the criteria to join our list. The criteria to join this list is a minimum of 4 top 1k finishes or a minimum of 7 top 10k finishes. They are undisputably the greatest managers to have ever played the game, with a record to prove it. We call them the Elite 100. That said, there's actually slightly more than 100, but to keep it simple, we'll mostly use percentages when going through their teams and moves. Let's start off with the Elite 100's team selections. By aggregating all of their teams together, we can arrive at a consensus team, which is a full squad of 15 players that they agree on having the most. One reasonable conclusion you could draw is that the higher percentage a player has, the more you should consider owning them. The Elite 100 template team is as follows. 4 changes to the team and a formation change to 4-5-1. Ramsdale ownership is up 20%, though he conceded a single goal against Leeds, which was Rafinha's penalty. After many consecutive game weeks of 100% ownership, bizarrely Salah's ownership drops below 100%. However, a well-timed decision in the sense of his blank. He does however face Leeds next, so more on that later. It was a game week somewhat engineered towards all the blanks, and as a result Gallagher and Bowen drop out of the midfield. Foden and Smith Rowe replace them. Disappointingly, Foden likely would have started the game, but it was reportedly a disciplinary issue that left him on the bench. Up top, Antonio's ownership drops significantly. Both King and Dennis drop out and Lacazette and Watkins replace them. Watkins looked a perfect player to pick up for the blank, as the striker options were very limited, though his game versus Burnley was called off last minute. With that in mind, it's no surprise to see a 4-5-1 formation this game week. Heading into Gameweek 18, here's their transfer activity. Just 7% of the Elite 100 were able to roll their transfer, which certainly looks a privileged position to be in considering just 4 games went ahead. 34% made use of their free transfers, 49% took a -4, 8% took a -8 and 2% took a bold -12. Let's take a look at the chip usage next. No wildcards activated in Gameweek 18 and just 4% have theirs left now. However, there were a few free hit chips used. This could be one possible explanation as to why Salah's ownership dropped below 100% for the first time in a while. The free hit chip can be a very difficult one to time right. If you're only able to field 4 or 5 players, then you could make the case. Though we already know that there could be a double Gameweek 21 and double Gameweek 22, which will be another opportunity, and we'll have more blanks and double game weeks later in the season. If you've still got yours, then you're in a good position. Onto the Elite 100's transfers. Despite all their experience, evidently 30 managers made their transfers too early and sold Ronaldo for Watkins, whose game was called off very late. I sympathise for those in time zones who can't be available for all the deadlines to check the last minute news, and this could easily be the case with some of those who made the Watkins move. 7 managers sold Mbeumo for Gallagher and 5 sold Rafinha for Gallagher, which again are moves that don't make much sense and they were possibly early moves. This season it will continue to be essential that we make our moves as close to the deadlines as possible and pay little attention to price rises. The only player from the top 10 transferred in who returned was Odegaard with his assist against Leeds. We'll finish by looking at how the Elite 100 managers are ranking currently. Their ranks are categorised into 5 areas: top 10k, top 100k, top 500k, top 1 mil and outside top 1 mil. The breakdown is as follows. It seems the Elite 100 were hit hard by the blank and 2% are within the top 10k now, which is down from 4% last week. 36% are ranked within the top 100k and 83% within the top 500k. 94% are within the top 1 mil, so just 6% are outside the top 1 mil. We're almost at the halfway mark through the season now, and it'll be interesting to see how high they can climb as the season progresses and we face the numerous double and blank game weeks to come. Finn Solly is still in front as the top manager. He was broken into the top 500 after scoring 71 in the blank, and he didn't take a hit either. That concludes this video on the Elite 100. We'll be following them closely throughout the season. If you'd like to keep up with the top 100 greatest managers this season, make sure you're subscribed. Likewise, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like. I'll read every comment, so let me know what you thought of the Elite 100 team.